We're here at Holman's. They're gonna show me a drone a little cheaper than what they had before. And this is the box it comes in. And then I think he's just gonna do a quick setup and show us the controller and such. Go ahead.
Alright, so this is one of our latest drones. It's called the Yuneec H520. Our development of this drone started with the larger drone we used to carry, the Abat. It's very nice, but it was large and relatively expensive and didn't have a great battery life, whereas this one solves all those problems for us. It's still that 6-rotor design. You know, 6 rotors help with stability. It does really well in wind, unlike most drones. This thing can take up to 30 to 35 miles per hour of wind and not really affect it. Also, we can lose a rotor. Let's say we have an accident and we lose a rotor somehow. The thing will still fly, so we can actually fly with one rotor gone, so it's inherently safer. Battery life is 28 minutes with a single one of these guys. Very simple. Insert the battery, clip it in, turn the drone on. Now we're inside. Normally the rotors would be on here, but since we're inside, we're not going to attach them for safety. The other thing we wanted when we were looking for a new drone was something with a really good camera. Now, the Yuneec has a couple different camera options, and they're all quick releases, so we can trade in cameras really quickly. But this is the one we use for mapping. It's called the E90. The main advantage of it is it's really high resolution. It's a 20 megapixel camera. It's got a real 1-inch sensor with a true 23 millimeter lens. So that's all important in the quality of your data. The quality of your pictures matters. If you want better data, you need a good camera. You need the ability to take very clear pictures. Clear data gives us more accuracy. And being a very stable platform with this camera gives us the ability to take really high resolution photos from a relatively inexpensive package. Everything's integrated, it's all designed to work together. You've got obstacle avoidance sensors in the front here, which will actually sense if something's in front of it and stop the drone from hitting it. And when we're flying, landing gear comes up. It's a very compact platform. And it's all controlled from the controller here. Now this is an integrated controller. It comes with the package. It has the ability to control the drone up to a mile away, so I get a mile of range out of it. I have the ability to plan missions on this device, so I don't need a separate computer to do that. Because when we're doing a mission for mapping, we don't want to be flying it manually. We want to be able to have it, be able to upload an automated mission into it, have it take off and land and complete the mission without the operator ever touching the controllers. So the idea is we're using this as a tool. We're not looking for a operator who's got a lot of training on manually controlling the drone. For the most part, our mapping missions are all automated. We can jump to the survey button here. What this allows me to do is plan a survey. This is just a parking lot here where it was last at. I can move in this little box to cover the area that I want.
So you're using Google Earth?
This is using Google Earth images as a backdrop.
So if we had a field we need a survey, we'd go to the latitude, longitude of the field, and then just create a little, encompass it with that green?
Yeah, so what we can do is, let's say we're going into the field, but we don't have an internet connection to get this Google map. What we can do is, with this connected to the internet at the office, we can upload the maps we would need for the field and put them in here. Conversely, I can also plan the mission before I ever get to the location.
Makes sense.
And I can find it on the map, put the location in, and then store it into the unit's memory. So when I get there, I can bring that mission up and then upload it into the unit.
And then if you don't know the extent of the survey, you just go outside of the survey. When you get to the field, then you just bring in your map?
Yeah. Okay. If I've already got the map loaded, or if I've got a live internet connection, it'll automatically pull down the maps of the area that I'm in. You can see now I've got enough of a GPS signal here that's actually the location of the controller right there.
Wow.
So the controller has a GPS in it, and so does the unit. So when I'm flying it, you'll actually see the location of the drone while it's flying. I'll know exactly where it's at relative to the map. Like I say, it's auto takeoff and auto land. And at the end of the mission, I can just say return to launch. And what that will do is at the end of that automated flight plan that I loaded, the unit will automatically come back to the home location, which is where it took off from, and land by itself. So the question comes up, how much area can you cover in a single mission? And that does depend a little bit on some of the parameters. Like I'll take a survey of the area around our building. I'm just going to kind of box in this general area. I give it the amount of overlap, and typically we'll do 80-70 on our overlaps. So 80% on the front, 70 on the side, some combination of that. And then I tell it how high I want to fly. So this will be important when you determine how much area you want to cover and how much detail you want to get. At the default 82 feet, every pixel from the camera image will be 1/3 of an inch. So you can imagine anything 1/3 of an inch will show up very clearly on the map. Now, if I don't want that level of detail, I can fly a little higher, let's say 150 feet. And that changes the ground coverage again. So now each pixel from the camera will be 1/2 inch, which is probably more reasonable for a lot of surveys. So this area, which shows you the total area in square feet here, would take 11 minutes to cover with these parameters.
Wow.
So that's approximately, I would call that probably around 10 acres, I would guess. Because it's this whole neighborhood, including our building, the building next to us, and the building behind us.